The type of people I'm friends with aren't that great. They tend to put me down, they tend to shit on my goals, and they tend to see this previous version of me who was unathletic, unambitious, and kind of fat, kind of skinny fat, or he didn't look that good. And for some reason they still associate me with that kind of person. So whenever I hang out with these people, my energy always feels very drained. Like I'd rather not. I'd rather work on my goals, work on my fitness, and spend these 90 days getting lean and getting a six pack. That's all that fucking matters. You can be social when you're lean. The social element isn't gonna go anywhere. But these 90 days are so important. These 90 days are where you build your foundation. Getting lean getting lean is the most important thing in the world, and it's everything. It's how people see you, it's how you feel, it's how you act, it's the energy you bring. And all you need is 90 days to achieve that. People train for 2, 3 years and they still look like shit because they haven't gone through those 90 days of intense focus, of of nothing else mattering except getting lean. This 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 thing is a full-time job almost, right? Because think about it. You're weighing yourself, you're counting everything that goes in your body. You're tired a lot of the time because you're in a calorie deficit. You're training really hard because you're trying to keep all that muscle you've built during your bulk and during that previous phase you had. You have to cook your own meals because you need to control your macros. You need to do your cardio, so that's an initial 30 minutes in the gym. You have to train abs every single day. This is a full-time job. This is an entire season on its own, right? You can't have split priorities during the season, and being social, unfortunately, is one of them. I'm in the holidays right now, and I have 3 months just carved out for me, and these 90 days are going to be proof of what you can achieve in such a little time frame. People extend the time horizon, but with fitness, you have to almost bring it down. People do really aggressive cuts in like 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a good cut that where you have 3 months and you're losing between 0.3 to 0.8 kg on the high end per week, and you're making significant progress week by week. That's all that matters. Your social life can come after you get lean and you have the six pack. Your social life will be better, right? Like it's going to be better when you have abs, when you're lean. People have a different perception of you. People think you're like this fucking crazy like sick guy because you have the abs, you're lean, you bring. And it's not about that. It's about the energy you bring. It's about the trials and tribulations you went through to get lean and to get that six pack. And these 90 days are what defines you, right? You need to give it your all, and being social during this time is just a burden, to me at least, right? Because I don't like hanging out with these people because they just bring me down. I just want the next day to come. I want to count my calories. I don't want to have a cheat day where I get pizza with people that I don't even like. You know, I can find better people. I know that I can. But these 90 days have been carved out for me and they're so precious. And I need to put all my energy into building that six pack, right? I need to make sure that I achieve this goal and I get lean and I get as shredded as possible. Then when I come back and I can be social again, I attract better energy. I bring better energy and therefore I attract better energy. I want to be the best possible version of me. And unfortunately, that means like not being social and not hanging around with people, because a lot of the people in my life as well, they're just not great. Like as I said before, they've put me in the box, and they themselves are not really people that like I want to be. I'd rather hang out with like cooler people and people that have different energies and people that have different mindsets to me. And getting lean and building that six pack and losing all that skinny fat and losing all that fat and building like toned arms, toned shoulders, toned abs, like just looking good attracts better energy. It's just the concept that hasn't really been talked about that much, but it's just this like, what's the word? Like it's this almost like invisible agreement kind of thing, right? Where like if you're lean and you're shredded, like people naturally gravitate towards you. And that's what I'm building towards. That's what's most important to me during this period of my life. And that's why I'm not being as social, and I'm fine with that because this is the 90 days where I'm getting lean. See you in the next one.